through my good friend Patrice Gaines. Patrice was telling me about you and telling me about your writing and the 12-step program. Tell us about your book, the 12-step program.
Okay, my first book is called 12-Step Programs, a resource guide for helping professionals, and it's tailored for anybody that counsels people. So pastors, therapists, anybody.
AA programs?
Yeah, it has the different 12-step programs, about 60 different 12-step programs, how to contact them, their email address, their website addresses, and also self-assessment questions that'll help the clinician or the counselor tailor the, put the right person into the right program.
How did you meet Patrice Gaines? And, well, first of all, let me ask, how did you start writing, and how long have you been writing?
Okay, I've been writing all my life. I remember being 8 years old and writing on my wall, in pencil, of course, but I was writing. But I never really believed in my own work. And I wrote poetry, and then I started getting involved in drugs. And so I became an addict, and so the writing went out the window. And then about 5 years ago, my brother came to me and said that he was using my poetry in his, school, and that he always got like standing ovations at the talent show and everything.
He even thought they were his.
Yeah, and he said he just copied them over in his handwriting, and they were like, "Give us one more," and he
never knew that.
And I never knew that. And at first I was mad because he stole my stuff, but then I realized it was a great piece to know this now because
motivation.
Yeah, it was motivation, and it inspired me. Okay, well, I'm going to go on out there now. I'm going to try. I'm going to believe in my work and go for it.
Well, if your brother believes in your work,
right,
I guess you say, well, why shouldn't I believe in it?
Right, but it just took a long time. But I'm finally there, and now that I'm there, I mean, you just can't stop me. I'm like writing all the time. It's like I have diarrhea of the pen or something.
What do you like to write about?
I love to write stories. I write my personal stories, experiences that I've had, because they all seem so incredible to me. I've been clean now for like 14 years, and the things that God has done in my life, it's like in the lives of the people around me, that I feel like I need to share these stories. If more of us share each other's stories, then we won't feel so alone in whatever it is.
And a healing process.
That's true. I mean, sometimes I could be writing and I'll just start crying, or I have to pull myself away from the computer and go outside just to get some air because I have to relive it. And
know to tell about it.
Sorry?
In order to tell about it.
In order to tell about it, right. I have to actually go back there.
And it's painful.
It's painful, but on the other side of that is joy, because I feel a release.
When you get through it.
When I get through it.
Because writing can be, I'm sure, and anybody can answer, Greg, if you like. Is writing very therapeutic for you guys?
Certain pieces I've done, it's been therapeutic, but then a lot of pieces I do, it's just because I think of a certain subject that I want to try to get something out on.
Why? What makes it therapeutic?
Like a lot of my parents passed when I was young, and I don't really remember my father that well, but I remember my mother. And there's certain things that, like when I write, I can't run out and say, "Hey, Mom, see what I just wrote?" And it's those feelings I miss and I'm not able to do. And so when sometimes when those feelings start coming to me, I'll just sit down and I'll write something to my mother or a thought about my mother or my family members. Right. And it gets it out of my system. It gets me past my anger points. So it's been good for me in that way.
And the emotion of it all.
Yeah.
Greg, please share a piece with us right now of your choice.
Okay. This piece I'm going to read, this is actually the first piece I ever wrote.
Okay.
And my wife, we're separated now, but she was a poet. Her name was Tiffany Harvey Dees. And we got in an argument one day, and I know how I can carry things on, and I wanted to write this poem. This was my way of saying I'm sorry without saying I'm sorry. This is called She's Hurting Now. She's hurting now, and I know that it's my fault again. I'm an easygoing person, but when in battle, I fight to win. No fists were ever thrown by me, for I know that this would be wrong. But the beast that dwells within me throws out words that are twice as strong. She chose to have this battle. She must have been insane. I'm the mighty, mighty lion, the king of my domain. She's hurting now. How can I be so cruel? I'm the man she chose to love her, and I'm acting like a fool. Her pain is real, and if I choose to call myself a man, I should take whatever she throws my way and try to understand. One day my sons will follow me, and I will want for them to know a man's not defined by his battles won, but for the love that he has to show. She's hurting now, and I know that it's my fault again. I'm sorry for the pain I've caused to you, my dearest friend. It's not easy for me to be tender. I've been the dragon my whole life long. So if you must get your point through to me, please, just try a simple song. And believe me when I say to you, this one thing I know to be true. The last person on this earth I want to hurt, my precious, it is you. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
It is indeed.
So that was my first piece I wrote, and she really liked it, and she started showing it to all her friends and my family, and everybody started encouraging me to write, to keep writing from there.
How long you been writing?
I'd say about 7 years now. Yeah, and it's been good. Sometimes I say I'm not a poet. I still feel like I'm growing as one.
Yeah, it's a growth process.
So,
it really is, and I'm sure for you, Stanice, also it's been a growth process.
Yeah, and the more you write, the better it gets. You know, you start to see that this is too many words here, or
you become your own worst critic, your own best critic.
Yeah.
So that's part of the writing process. Please share another piece with us, Greg.
Okay.
Give us a little background, because I like background material. You know, background stuff to go with the poem.
Okay.
That's part of the.
Well, this particular poem, I'm going to read this one because Stanice liked it. And this is called Teardrops. To be honest, I can't remember why I wrote this poem. A lot of my poems are about recognizing feelings of pain and anger.
Deeper emotions.
Right. And the reason why I can write about those well is I just have feelings in my past that I can pull upon to write those.
Pisces part of you coming up.
Okay.
That's water. The water means emotion. Yeah,
okay,
it does.
Okay.
So this piece is called Teardrops. Lord, please don't let these teardrops fall. Please, make them go away. Someone has broken through my defenses. Someone's going to have to pay. Now it may be physical or verbal. I never know what kind of response I'm going to make. There's only one thing that I'm sure of. My temper is quite volatile once the water breaks. I know I should know better. I should be a good Christian man. In time, I know I'll be stronger. But at the present, my emotions have the upper hand. Lord, please don't let these teardrops fall. Please, don't let one dampen my waiting cheek. Never will I let someone see me so vulnerable. Never will they see me when I'm this weak. You see, I've let someone get too close to me, and now they stuck a dagger in my heart. I know I won't take this pain quietly. I feel compelled to tear somebody apart. It's not my nature to be passive. Like a vicious animal, like a wounded animal, I'm vicious and I'm ready to fight. All my logic abandons me. I can't see the difference in what's wrong and what's right. Lord, please don't let these teardrops fall. I don't know what else to say. I feel that I'm about to lose my cool. So I'm taking this moment to pray. Now I know I should be stronger. A real man would instinctively know which road to take. But right now, I feel like a little lost lamb. And I need my shepherd to keep me from making a big mistake. Thank you.
Boy, you're getting deep up in here. I'm about to
Yes, I love it.
shed some tears. You know, it's wonderful how it's beautiful that you write with such depth and feeling. Because a lot of times people think that brothers, they so hard and cool and macho and all that. But when men show the other side, sometimes people look at us like, oh wow, I never know that was in him.